The Vegas Golden Knights are on a 2-game win streak playing against some top-tier competition. This comes following a 5-game losing streak playing against some lower-tier competition. Was this just a random fluke, or is this something that they can build on and make their way back into the win column consistently? They are currently the 4 seed in the playoffs, currently a wild card. Before this long streak of losing more than winning, they were the number 1 seed in the entire division. So this is something you hope to see them build on, especially so that they can maintain the playoff spot. They're in the wild card at this moment. They're currently 1 game behind the 3 seed. They don't play until tomorrow night. But let's go ahead and get into some of these stats. My name is John. This is the Sports Advocate. Thank you for tuning in. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So the Vegas Golden Knights played the Panthers and then the Kings. Had 5 goals in each game, which is very good news. I made a video probably about a week ago now about some of their struggles, and goal scoring was a major one. There's only about like 6 times throughout this entire after All-Star break. I think it was even after the new year started. There's only like 6 times that they scored more than 3 goals, and now they have 5 goals in back-to-back games. I think this is the 3rd time this year that has happened, so that's very good news. 5-3 victory over the Panthers, which were the number 2 in the entire league, and a 5-1 win over the Kings, who were number 2 in the division. Very good news, not only for playoffs. You get 4 points in 2 games. There literally can't ask for anything better. But also you play some pretty good competition, especially Panthers, number 2 in the league. You go out and you beat them, and pretty good game there. In both games, there was an empty netter. So, I mean, when you look at it, the 5 goals, that's very good news. But you got to think there's only like 4 goals that were actually like in the middle of a goalie in that circumstance. So let's go ahead and talk about the goalie. The Vegas Golden Knights goalie in net, Logan Thompson. We had brought up on the last video some of the goalie struggles, and Logan Thompson had played only 3 games, and I gave all the goalies a little bit of crap just because, I mean, when you're a fan of a team, you're going to give your team some crap when they're doing bad because you have so much passion for that team. You want to see them do good, and that's what I was doing. And I'm so happy to see Logan Thompson kick it in the buns and go ahead and go get it. 2 wins in the last game. He's now 3-2 record in the NHL, a winning record. Great to see. And we'll go over some of his quick stats. So on the Panthers game, he let in 3 goals on 36 shots. So 36 shots, 33 saves. That's above 900. I think it's like 9.1 or something like that. Very good, very good. And then last night, on 39 shots, he let in 1. So that's 38 saves. That's a 9.7 save percentage. Again, that's an extremely good save percentage. You go out and you do that consistently, you're winning games often. You're winning more games than you're losing at a very high rate, especially if you're doing like the Kings. But you don't expect to see that long term. So the save percentage now on the year through 5 games is now .913, which is the best save percentage on the team for goalies. That's very good news. We have not heard any updates on Robin Lehner's return, but with Logan Thompson playing at the level he has, back-to-back wins, it's not as big of a worry now. You hope to see that continue. You hope to see the rest of the goalies continue to improve along the way as that continues. There was also had a power play goal. Very good news. A shorthanded goal yesterday. Just the power play unit, which was another big issue, is starting to get it kind of figured out, whether that's the actual power play itself or when they're shorthanded. And you love to see that because you don't want to waste a penalty, like a penalty on our team. You don't want to waste that because you're up a man, you're up 2 men, or however the penalty play or it's going, and you don't want to waste that opportunity. And they went out and they got a goal during the penalty, and they got a goal during the penalty kill, which is just even better because you're down a man and you score. That's a huge momentum swing, whether you already have it or not. That just takes all the gas of the other team. It feels amazing, and it's very good news. So we're going to talk about some quick stats. Dadonov has 3 goals in the past 2 games. I think it's 4 goals in the past 4. So he's averaging 1 point over the past 4 games or so. 1 goal over the past 4 games. So that's very good. I saw some reports of some of these like smaller, some of our smaller players. I think Dadonov was an example, and like Brett Howden. Of these being the Misfits Part 2, and I like that. The Misfits in the year 1 was just a great sight to see. Carlson and the rest of the gang over there. It was always so fun to watch them. You called them the Misfits because you could just never really expect what they were going to do. And they were doing so well that first year, getting goals all the time. And you love to see it. And if there is a new set of Misfits, I wore my Misfits shirt out of excitement for what this could be if there is a true Part 2 for the Vegas Golden Knights Misfits. And I hope to see it continue. Dadonov has been playing great. Brett Howden just came off injury. He's doing well, and there's a lot of opportunity. Some of the smaller players, too, that I've been a fan of. I think one, God, I'm going to butcher his name. I'm not even going to try it, honestly. My apologies. Shouldn't have brought it up. I don't want to butcher his name too bad. But there's a lot of good young or like lower level players on this team, lower lines, and I really like that, especially as the team gets healthier. We get Mark Stone back, we get all of our players back, and it's going to be very good news when you have those quality players that you can trust on those lower lines. Next up, I want to bring up with the Mark Stone stuff. We got some players come back from injury. Jack Eichel had a scare in the Panthers game. I think it was his wrist when he had a block shot. Great news. He played last night's game, so it was not that bad. There was worry that he was going to miss a couple days or a week, and he ended up missing none. So that's huge news. He only missed 1 period, I believe. They had like half of the third or something like that of that Panthers game, but he played all of the Kings game. That's very good news. And consistent play from Jack Eichel since his return. Since that trade, a lot of people have been opposed to him. Good with him, especially with the cap situation since he's joined the team. But I think it was a great pickup. Jack Eichel is a phenomenal player, and he's starting to get his footing, consistently getting points every single game he's playing. I think he would have like a pretty good point streak if he didn't miss a point in, was it the Jets game? It was something like that. Just like last week, he had 1 game where he missed a point. Otherwise, he'd be on a pretty good point streak right now. Next up, we got Nick Waugh has a 3-game goal streak. That's very good news. If you didn't know, because you just might not know, Nick Waugh is his name. It is spelled R-O-Y. There was a goalie, very, very famous goalie with the same name. So if you didn't know, it's Nick Waugh, not Nick Roy. I had a friend say that, and I had to correct him, and he just couldn't understand it. But it is Nick Waugh. He's a 3-game goal streak. Very good news. We got some other long-term players that have been picking up play. We saw William Karlsson. He'd been struggling year-round getting goals. Got a goal here this past week. Love to see it. Alex Pietrangelo doing very good. He's getting points pretty much every single night. Goal consistently too. I think he has 2 goals in the last 4 or something like that. So you're seeing play finally pick back up after that 5-game losing streak. You hope to see it continue. Next game is tomorrow, the 21st. Yes, March 21st against the Minnesota Wild. I did actually plan to attend it. I can no longer attend it. That really sucks. That would have been so enjoyable to watch. Kirill Kaprizov is going to be playing. Mark Stone won't be back, but you're going to have Jack Eichel. Who knows who'll be in net with 2 days off. You might see Logan Thompson back in. I'm not opposed to that. But who knows who might. Maybe it's Brossoit in net. I do hope it's Thompson, especially with 2 days off in a row. He's a hard-working dude. Hopefully we get some new pads on him. I already made the thumbnail. I think it's going to catch some eyes. Hopefully some people click on it. Is Thompson the next Fleury? Now you might be thinking, wow, that's such an over-exaggeration, and it's not what you think. Fleury's my favorite goalie of all time. I'm not saying he's going to be as great as Fleury. I'm saying, is he going to have gold pads? Are they going to give him the gold pads because he has silver pads because he came from the Silver Knights of the AHL, and they're all silver, and it looks like a freaking truck rode over them because there's like these big old like skid marks pretty much on them. Are they going to give him gold pads? Is he going to request gold pads? How great would that look on him? Would we even be okay with that? With Marc-Andre Fleury, that being like his number one thing, the flower, gold pads, goes together perfectly. You know, and I haven't seen a nickname. What's the nickname for these lower goalies, our backup goalies? What's Logan Thompson's nickname? What's Brossoit? I'm sorry, I gotta look at his name because I don't remember how to say it, and I have it written down separate, and I might still be saying it wrong, but nonetheless, Marc-Andre Fleury, the flower, Robin Lehner, the panda. What's going to be Logan Thompson's name? I mean, what's his name going to be? You could give him something dumb, like, I don't know, Cinderella. I think that'd be funny to see a bigger goalie have a name like Cinderella, because just the way he's captivated all of us these past 2 games. Everyone's searching, hey, what can he do now? Where's he at? What's he doing right now? You know, like chasing that shoe. We're chasing the wins with Logan Thompson. He's captivated all of us these past 2 games with his great save percentage over these past 2 games, only letting one in against a team that currently has a better record than us. I would not say that they're better, but they do have a better record. And also playing great against the number 2 team in the NHL. Maybe Cinderella. I think that'd be kind of a funny name. I don't know how he'd feel about that, but I think it's funny. We got to come up with some nicknames for these guys. I mean, what's some other nicknames on this team? William Karlsson, Wild Bill. That's a great one. You don't hear as much anymore. Kind of sucks. I don't know many of the others. I have a joke one. Matthias Janmark. I call him Ramsey when I see him because he kind of looks like Ramsey Bolton to me, just a little bit. Ramsey Snow, Game of Thrones, if you didn't know. For me, he kind of looks like him. So sometimes I call him Ramsey. It's just a fun little gag I have with me and a buddy that I converted into a Vegas fan because there's not enough of them where I live. There's not enough Chargers fans. There's not enough Bulls fans. There's a little more Bulls fan because the Bulls fans are just reach longer. But I need more friends that are fans of my teams. And I finally converted one into a Vegas fan. I'm very happy with it. He was not happy with me last year with what happened, and I agree. I wish they would have made the finals, but they didn't. But you know what? I am a diehard Vegas fan. It's been 5 years now. I've stuck with him the whole time since year 1, making the finals. Marc-Andre Fleury coming in crazy. Flower catching everything everywhere. The Toronto save, amazing save. You know, the Misfits year 1, Misfits part 2 right now. I've been a fan 5 years strong. I've converted a friend into a Vegas fan, and I'm very happy to say that. But back to the topic at hand. I kind of went on a rant there, but it's okay. I think Vegas can build on this, and I hope they do. And I hope Logan Thompson continues to prosper. I hope he continues to have the Cinderella story. He started 1-2, and now it's 3-2. Maybe it goes 4-2, 5. We're not gonna go too far. I don't want to jinx it, but you know, maybe he keeps captivating us. Maybe he goes and plays Wild, Minnesota Wild. I think they're. Gosh, I don't know how many points they have, but they're in a very tough division. They got Colorado Avalanche there, and I think Colorado is Colorado still the number 1 in the league for points? I think they might be. Maybe they go. Maybe Logan Thompson goes. And let me do a guess. Wild normally don't get a lot of shots on Vegas. Vegas does a good job at not allowing that. I think 2 goals on 33 shots. Logan Thompson in net. Vegas wins 4-2, with the 4th goal being an empty netter. A goal from Dodonov, Jack Eichel, and I gotta do somebody that you wouldn't expect to get a goal. That way it's a little bit out there. No. Nick Waugh. He continues his goal streak. So Nick Waugh, Jack Eichel, and Dodonov are going to get a goal. Next game, the empty netter will be from Pietrangelo. Pietrangelo gets the empty netter. Okay, there we go. And their side, Kirill the Thrill gets both goals in the second period. Both goals come in the second period from the Wild. That's my prediction. 4-2. Jack Eichel, Pietrangelo, Dodonov, Nick Waugh, Kirill the Thrill. Kaprizov gets 2 in the second. 33. What did I say? 2 goals on 33 shots, and for the Wild. Vegas wins 4-2. That's my prediction for this Wild game. I wish I got to see it. Some things came up. It's really going to suck. I think it's going to be a great game no matter what the score is, just because of the talent on both sides. And there is kind of a rivalry there, even though it's not like as big as some of the other ones. But that will be it. Thank you for watching. I know I went on a rant at the end. It's just kind of short. I got really excited on this 2-game win streak, especially after that tough stretch back there. And I hope we can get out of it. I do still have some of the stats right here. I'm going to pull them out. You guys can't see me. I'm off screen. Just as a reminder, we're on a 2-game win streak. But I do want to remind you how bad it was. And I hope we get on that 3-game win streak. I hope we get out of this pit we've been in. But on 30... Okay. Oh my gosh, this is kind of hard to read. 6 wins since the All-Star break. How good. Now it's 8. So that is good news. And what is that, on 19 games now? I don't know. 17 games in 2022, scoring 3 points or more on 33. It's now 19 in 35. That's very good. Might be 36 because I did make that video during a game that was lost 7-3 or something. I think it was a Jets game. I was making it during that. So yeah, well, we got to build on this. Vegas has to build on this. Logan Thompson, keep doing what you're doing. Dodonov, keep doing what you're doing. Nick Waugh, keep doing what you're doing. Everyone get healthy. Let's see this team go crazy. And let's make that playoff run. And let's get a goalie that's hot in the playoffs, because that's what always wins you the Stanley Cup. It's always a hot goalie. Doesn't matter how good the rest of the team is. If you have a hot goalie, you're going to go out and win. So thank you for watching. Go ahead and leave a like, dislike. Go ahead and comment down below what your predictions for the game is. Or if you have a good nickname for some of our goalies or some of our younger players, I think Cinderella might be a good one. I know there might already be that out there, and it's kind of like a sarcastic one, but I think it works because he captivated us all with some of these saves these past few games. I hope I put a smile on your face. I hope I taught you something today, and you guys be safe out there.